Hey guys, welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect. Today we are going to go after the Wither. That's right. And it's going to be pretty easy. So I hope you guys are ready. Today I want to go after the Wither, but it's going to require a few steps before we can even get started with that. One that I've kind of already gotten done is I went ahead and replaced the zombie egg with a skeleton that is sitting over here. So I let it run for a little bit. As you can see, it's actually been running longer than the zombie has. And I wanted the skeleton skulls because we can actually utilize the skeleton skulls to make wither skeleton skulls. And it's probably easier than getting just regular skeleton skulls. It's going to be way easier. So what I'm going to need is, of course, my sword back. I'm going to go ahead and close this up. And you're going to wonder, why are we going to need to kill the Wither? Well, the Nether Star has a couple of uses. One of the major uses is right here on this spawner. If we place a Nether Star on it, we no longer need to be near it for it to run. So that is phenomenal. That means we can just step back, do other things, and our mob spawner is still going to run, and we're going to be able to get a lot of drops from it while we're doing other things. Instead, right now I have to stand near it. I have to stand within 16 blocks or whatever of it. Like a normal spawner, you know, it's just not, it's not worth doing that. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to go to the Nether, and we still need to farm some ribs. So when you kill a wither skeleton, you have a pretty high chance of getting a wither rib or a withered rib. And these withered ribs can be used to make wither skeleton skulls. And you only need 3 of them to make a skull. So look at that. We just got spooky, scary skeleton, and we didn't even get one directly from a wither skeleton. So yes, we're going to need just a few more of these, and we're going to fight the Wither. We're just going to fight him with the current armor we have and just this sword. And we might, you know, grab some arrows since we did get a few arrows here. We can obviously use those as well, you know, to help us in killing the the guys. But I mean, this is going to be perfect. Like, we have swords. Let's see. Do we have any other swords in here? Curse of Vanishing. This one has sharpness and unbreaking. I was hoping we had like looting or something. Mounted Strike lets us hit harder if we're on like a, I don't know, like on a horse or something. So anyways, this right here is going to be great. Let's go ahead and repair it. We need platinum for this guy. We're going to go ahead and repair it just a little bit. There we go. And yeah, let's head to the Nether and kill some Wither. So I'm already being attacked. The best way to go about this is probably to turn into a blaze. It's like the best thing, because you actually don't take fire damage while you're ablaze. You have fire resistance, so it's probably the best thing you could do. And we're gonna hunt here. And this fortress may not be the best fortress in the world to find withers or to find wither skeletons, but I mean, we're gonna go for it anyways. And hope that they drop the withered rib. It's going to take a little bit of time, but I should be able to at least find a few. Like if I don't find any here, obviously I can go and find other fortresses. There's going to be fortresses all over the place. We've already discovered several of them. Like there's one right over here. So we can just run back and forth between these fortresses and see if we can't find some more wither skeletons. I'm just going to be here hunting for a while. Yep, here's another one. Perfect. Now that I'm back from that crazy adventure, and I kind of want to talk a little bit about it. So these withered ribs, let's just put it this way. You're not going to get them from the wither skeletons, or at least it's going to be a pretty low chance of getting them. I ended up finding a ton of them, though, in the chest, the loot chests. So we do have them right here. So this is how many I found. But let's also take a look at how many chests I actually looted. All of this stuff, minus, of course, the glowstone and things like that, and some quartz, and a little bit of soul sand, I pretty much got from the loot chest. So we got some stuff that works with the chocobos. This right here teaches a dive ability. That's kind of cool. So that's something to do with the chocobo mod that's added in here. Or the, what is it? Choco craft. So I found a lot of diamonds. That was really nice. Some slime pearls, which is really useful for reliquary, especially if you had encountered very many slimes. But our loot chests, this is what I'm excited about, because I found a ton. And I think this is probably the best method for which to find these loot chests. Now, the Nether that's also a good place, or not the nether, the end. But I don't know, the fortresses, I've looted a lot, but I think I looted about 10 fortresses and found about 5 of the epic loot. This is awesome because the epic loot is the good stuff. I mean, there are some really good stuff in here. So let's go ahead and pull all of this out for the most part. I want to get everything sorted in here, and then we're going to dump all of these things. We're going to see what crazy loot we can get out of this, because it's got to be cool. There's got to be some cool stuff we're going to pull out of here. Guaranteed. And so, yeah, and actually you don't even use much food while you're, exploring and stuff, because you're flying. I mean, I'm a blaze right now. So you can just fly, and when you fly, you don't really consume much food, especially when you're in, whenever you're just hovering, So let's also grab everything out of here. And I'm super excited to pull everything out of those chests, because I've not seen everything. There's a lot of stuff that's just completely, obscure that's in there. So here we go. We're gonna start with the common first, and let's just dump everything. It's 11. And let's see what we get. All right, so looks like some armor, bunch of mixed stuff. Ooh, what is this? I wonder if you can actually get better stuff out of here. So everything is common. That's okay. So we got the Black Blade Sword. Levitates an enemy for 1 second on hit. That's an awesome sword. This right here is okay. It looks like it has an ender eye or something. The Sludge. It doesn't really say too much about its ability. It's really slow. Okay. This shovel, nothing. It's called the Clicker. Okay. This bow doesn't have anything really spectacular about it. Neither does this axe. This is a part of a samurai set, which, I mean, we already have like epic versions of that. We have the belly. Nothing really, fantastic about these things. So nothing really that great coming out of this, except for this sword. So this sword is pretty nice because when you hit an enemy, it will levitate it up in the air and pretty much immobilizes them. And then we also had this. So this is part of a dragon set. Okay, which is really nice. Gives you, I guess, weapon effect, fire resistance. Don't really know what that's all about. Okay, and we also got another samurai legging. All right, let's see what the rare is going to give us. There's 10 of these, quite a bit. Whoa, I already see some really cool looking items. All right, so we ended up getting the silencer. Wow, 23 DPS. Does 14 attack damage. That's pretty cool. And then we have the blaze guard. Leeches 92% of damage dealt. Wait. Leeches as in pulls the, gives us health? That's kind of cool if that's what that does. There's a dragon helmet. So this gives us health boost 4. So if I was to put this on, we should see, well, health boost, I don't know. This will take off some health. Will this put health back on? Not as much as this actually gives us health. Okay. That's good to know though. All right. So, and we have this big sword, 15 damage, withers enemies for 1 second on hit, and does 20 DPS. So 15 damage with this massive sword. Oh man. And its speed is really fast. Okay. What is this? The knockout? It does 16, where it doesn't even tell us how much damage this does. But I bet this thing does some damage. Doesn't really tell us much. I wish there was more information. All right, and then we have the Zac, which pretty nice. Hunger for 6 seconds on hit. So I hope that gives hunger to the bad guy. This is Ghost. Weakens enemy for 1 second on hit. Slows down enemy for 2 seconds on hit. That's pretty nice. That's almost better than this. And then we have the Viking helmet, which armor toughness provides health boost 3. Wearing 3 preset provides strength 1. And then we have this, which is a shovel, the Punisher. And like I said, I have no idea about some of these things. It looks like a game controller on the side, but I don't know how much damage these two things do. And there's no real way for me to test that. All right, this was just the rare stuff. So, wow. Okay, a lot of cool things coming out of that. I'm gonna keep these 2 swords up here because they're very important. And what about this one? Oh, I missed this one. Oh, this is hunger for 4 seconds on hit and withers on hit. And this is a pretty low damage sword. Blaze card. All right, let's go ahead and open the epic. And I see a ring. That was a ring. Okay. This is a bauble. Provides jump 1, provides resistance 1, and haste 1 when held. Excuse me? Oh my. Okay, that's epic in itself. This shovel looks amazing. Night vision when held. Oh yes. I love this. Look how much durability it has as well. That's crazy. Okay, and this one is the Black Widow. Weakness. Okay, so weakens enemy for 2 seconds on hit. Shoots 4 arrows at a time. Oh my god. And hunger for 4 seconds. That's crazy. And pretty fast draw speed and stuff. Nightblade, 23 damage. And poisons the enemy. So this is probably the highest. Wow, that'll let us kill the wither no problem. This is part of a night set. And provides luck 1. And I think luck is related to fishing, I believe. Related to some other things as well. But still, this is pretty nice. Pretty nice armor. Not the greatest toughness and stuff like that, but it still gets the job done. Wow, this knight's blade though, and this shovel, and this bow. That's our new weapons. And this sword right here, just for the levitation alone, I think is worth it. So, pretty cool overall. I think the loot was worth it. But like I said, we were here to get some skulls, right? Because we were going to fight the wither. So, I'm going to need some of these skeleton skulls. And like I said, I didn't get any to drop. I got one to drop from a wither skeleton skull. The rib. So I'm assuming if you had some kind of skeleton thing set up, that would be great. But I found most of these in the loot chests. So I did kill a few withers, but found most of these in the chest. All right, so let's go ahead and get this crafted. We only need 2 more, right? And we have skull, 3 of those, and some soul sand. And man, we're ready to take this on. Not only do we have a lot of health here, I'm going to fight this guy normally, right? So let's get this. Let's just get, a couple stacks of arrows. I'm going to actually go to the nether to fight this guy. And like, we already have resistance. We have haste on us. And that just comes from a bauble. I didn't know you can get baubles from these. That's really cool because there could be some really awesome baubles we can get. But anyways, what we need to do is we need to go to the nether, and I'm going to dig out a little hole in the nether for us. Let's get our hammer. And we're going to take this wither on, but we're going to take it on with style. We're going to go out with a bang. We're going to use a morph. You're going to see what I'm talking about when we get there. So right here in this fortress is going to be the perfect place to take on this wither. So I think right in here is going to be great. Let's go ahead and just mine out this little area here. And we should be fine. By the way, yeah, this every time I scroll over is going to give me night vision for 12 seconds, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, we're going to place this guy here and get ready. And before I place everything down, let's go ahead and turn into the rhinoceros beetle and look at our health. And we don't really need to be that mobile. Like we can't move too much in here, but we're not going to need it. Between this bow and this blade, we're going to kill this guy really quickly. Let's go ahead and just make sure we have our health or our hunger fully restored and get ready. This is going to get loud. All right. So once this guy does its thing, I am ready with my arrows. Oh boy. And oh, there was a lava thing right there. I didn't know that. We is right. Okay, so we have to start using the sword now. Oh my. And our health pool is so large. And this guy just demolished. Just straight up demolished. Well, that didn't take very long at all. And we fought him the normal way. Now, there are hundreds of ways to fight this guy. Don't get me wrong. We could go after this guy several different ways. We could fully automate it. We could do all kinds of things and go about it all day. And there's easier ways to kill it than this. I just think this is the cool way to do it. Well, with us being back home, let's go ahead and take a look at this. Make sure everything is off. Make sure nothing's going to be spawning on us. There we go. It is bright, of course. The night vision is going to, repetitively go off and on. But what I want to do is hit this nether star on here. And you can see right now, it doesn't really say, it says player range is 16. When I hit this with it, now says the player range is 16, but it says ignores layers. So we are really good here. Now, max nearby entities, this actually might be affecting the nearby entities going on here. I don't know. We'll find out, with this thing running, we'll find out if that's the case. But I'll flip everything on. There we go. And I need to give it a sword. And I'll just use a regular diamond sword, because I think that's just going to be the best thing for this. Eventually we'll get a sword that has looting, which would be really good. And I don't know if a mending sword inside here is going to repair itself. I don't remember that being a feature, but we could see. I don't know. There might be a way to test that. Yeah, if you just put a diamond sword in here, of course it's gonna do diamond damage, diamond level damage, which is more than enough. And we're gonna start seeing that this should be working. Let's go ahead and take a look. So we have 26 in here right now, and we have 2 skulls. If we come back later on and there's more in there, we know that it is functioning appropriately. Now, we have a dragon egg, and we could upgrade this thing with the dragon egg. It's still killing them, so I think it's working. We could put the dragon egg on it, and it would not be affected by light, but I don't think I'm too worried about that issue. It completely ignores spawning conditions, which is a good and a bad thing. But I don't want this thing to be that fast, because then it becomes really hard to handle and control. Now that all that's done, I do want to go ahead and get one thing upgraded, and that is going to be our refined storage. We've already got a lot of things going with our refined storage. It's really nice, but I would like to have a way to access and deposit items when I go places. So for that, we're going to go ahead and get wireless. We're going to get some wireless refined storage stuff set up. Does look like I'm probably going to need some more quartz iron, which is fine. But we need to make a wireless transmitter. And with that wireless transmitter, it's probably best if you go ahead and work on getting the upgrades for it. This is just going to require some regular glass, and you're only going to need 4 for this one wireless transmitter. And then we're going to use ender pearls to make it ranged. So a few ender pearls and you will be ready to go there. All right, so this is going to have a max range. I think it's like 46 once you have all the upgrades in it. And that's 46 individual blocks away from this central transmitter point. So now that we have that, we're also going to need a grid of some sort. And the grid is really nice. We can just use a regular grid. Now, it's not going to be what you think it is. I'll kind of show you. It's just a regular grid. There is no wireless crafting grid. Now, you'll see there is a crafting monitor, but that's completely different. Because in this pack, unfortunately, the mod that is called Refined Storage Add-on, which just exclusively adds a wireless crafting monitor or crafting grid, is not in here. So we don't really have any wireless crafting grid. So maybe we could use some kind of, I don't know, just like portable crafting table maybe. I know that our backpack has one in it, so we could potentially use stuff like that if we really need to. But this will be great just for letting us really get into our storage system and deposit things. Like if we needed to grab some stone for building or something like that, we can easily do it. That's probably the main use case for this. And also just depositing items when need be. So just a regular grid. Like we've not even used a regular grid. We're also going to run into a problem where we need to charge things. And this is where I'm actually going to switch our augment. So let's go into thermal expansion. I know we already have a charger, but let's take a look at the augments here. We're actually going to switch our augment over from the linkage connector to a parabolic flux coupling. This is going to allow for wireless charging in our base. Yeah, it's great. So silver, let's go ahead and take 2 of those because we're going to need 2 of those in our compactor over here. Compactor right here. So we're going to go ahead and let those get done. But basically, we're going to remove this augment and we're going to replace it with the one that's going to come out of this machine. And while we're doing that, let's go ahead and get this hooked up. So to have this wireless and working and everything, let's go ahead and get some cable. Just a little bit of extra cable is all we need. And we could probably slap it over here, which will be kind of in the central location of our base, which is a good place for it to be. And we'll just place it right here. It's got to be on the top of a cable in order for it to work. We'll place our upgrades in here. That's 48 blocks now. And then we'll just place our blocks back, cover everything up. That should be done, by the way. And then to link this, even though it doesn't have any charge in it, you shift right click it on the controller, and then it'll change the screen and it'll tell you exactly where it's linked to. But like I said, we want to get wireless charging on this thing, and that's what we're about to do. So let's go back to augments, and we'll go to the parabolic. There we go. We're missing that gear, and voila. So we're swapping these out. You can't use both, and I'll talk about that here in a minute. But to get this to work, what this is going to be looking for is thermal flux capacitors. These right here. So a flux capacitor basically stores power, which is really nice. And let's go ahead and upgrade this. I don't know how far we can upgrade. We'll try and upgrade it to this one. Okay, so we definitely don't have signalium, but this is fine because this one stores up to, which is kind of crazy, it stores up to 9 million RF, which we'll have in our inventory. So right now it has 0 charge, so that's why you don't see a bar, but you will see that here in a minute. So since we have everything up and running, let's go ahead and throw this augment in, and you can see all the power drained because the power is wirelessly going to this flux capacitor. Now, it's not charging anything yet because we need to hit C while holding it to change where it's going. Right now it says press none, but let's take a look at our options, controls, thermal, hit category. Maybe we can go flux. Maybe not. I think it's mode, cycle mode. Man, it should be thermal, but maybe it's not pulling up for thermal. Kind of weird. All right, let's take a look real quick. There it is. I knew it was something. It's always been obscure. It's the cough keys from Cough Core that we're using here. So this cycle item mode is what we need to change, and I like to set it to C, and that way we can cycle the mode. You can see right here is charge inventory or charge all. I'm going to set it to all. And also another good thing is the bobble. So it can go in here and it should start to charge our wireless grid. Should anyways. Charge equipment. Maybe this needs a little bit of charge before it actually starts charging. Oh no, I need to activate it. There we go. So shift right click to actively turn it on. There we go. So yeah, as you can see, our wireless grid turned on, and here we go. This is exactly what we get. We get a wireless grid that just lets you see all the items in here, but it's wireless, right? So now we can access our refined storage system from pretty much anywhere and throw the items in, get the items we need, and later on when we do auto crafts, it'll really come in handy. All right, so let's check this. Oh yeah, we have 5 zombie skulls, a lot more rotten flesh. This is looking good. And eventually, we're going to turn this automatic farm into a massive power generator. Yes, that's going to be fun. And we're going to have to focus on that in a future episode. Because guys, today's episode's over. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also give this video, guys, a huge thumbs up, guys. I really appreciate it. By the way, if you're interested in supporting me further, I do have a Patreon. It's a wonderful place. You also get wonderful benefits and get access to special channels and things on the Discord, which if you haven't joined the Discord, all the links are down in the description below. Guys, I really appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one. And as always, thanks for watching.